Hi Virgo, sorry your reading's a little bit late, it's Thursday. Yesterday I was caught up. Saturn in retrograde in the sign of Pisces. It was hilarious. It was one of those days where I just ended up a bit like on a alternate universe kind of path. I'd like to share more about it, maybe later though. Should we get into your reading? All right, first things first. We're indoors because it's Leo season soon and it's way too hot outside. So I know it's still Cancer season, but I hope it's okay to see me kind of sweating a little bit. Shall we breathe? All right, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let all of it go. Book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. Take a look at the list of services available there. Tarot card readings are such a great way to get in touch with what's going on with you, any answers to any questions that you might have, solutions that you might need via, the energy work that goes with tarot card readings. So do consider booking a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. All donations made to the channel are so greatly appreciated. Thank you to everyone who shares their love like that. I appreciate you, and I always send out a loving prayer for each and every single one of you. Virgo, I think things have accumulated to a certain point where I think it's safe to say that A, there's no going back, and B, failure is absolutely not an option. If you are willing to understand that there has been a massive shift in the energy, and moving forward it literally is almost like a survival of the fittest kind of scenario, you will take where you're at right now, see what it is that you can do to improve your situation in every way, shape and form, and get to work. It's what you do best. You're the sign of service. You like to have a project. Go for the prize, and the prize is your higher self with this one. And so Virgo, as we approach into your season, 2 cards that have just jumped out, the Queen and the King of Pentacles. This is the coming together of a power couple. Like, this is the divine masculine in his full regal form, and the divine feminine in her full intuitive, abundant self. Virgo, the 2 pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Virgo is the solitude. It is the solo. As you move into Libra, you divide into 2. It's part of your karma to go from the singular into the plural, into the 2, right? This is part of the evolutionary process, and part of the evolutionary process right now for you is to come into divine unionship with your counterpart, the one that God made exclusively for you, the one that's not interested in other girls, other boys, other things. It's you. It's always been you. One look is enough. One look is enough, right? Because you're recognizing from the alma, you're recognizing from the soul, you're not recognizing from the ego or from lust, right? This is 2 people that bring together all the right things to make things work, and not just work temporarily. This isn't flimsy towers. This is legacies. These are fortresses. These are coming together of 2 really strong, individually balanced, stable, secure, sturdy individuals that are coming together with the best parts of them, and they're coming together to build absolute abundance and fortune and bliss and security together. There is no fight for the ego here. They know each other's worth, they know each other's value, and they respect and they honor what is of worth and of value. Leo season, I think, gets a really regal start, Virgo. And I think this is about you acknowledging now that there is a lot of inherent worth and value in you, and it's about you tapping into that. It's about you recognizing that you are from the season of the harvest, the abundant harvest that makes you fruitful, that is part of your personality, it's part of your DNA. And there is something about you acknowledging just how abundant you are by finding every single thing to be grateful for, and then seeing those things multiply. Please listen. Please listen. If you want to be living a good life, always have that glass half full mentality. If you're coming from a pauper mindset, you're not sitting on a throne with solid gold on your lap. It's about your perspective. It's literally about recognizing what side of the track you're on. And these ain't always me kind of peoples out here. I love how East London Ruby is out here. Alright, let's keep shuffling. There is, you know, this energy of that solid oak. There is the energy of knowing that there is going to be an abundant harvest. This is that energy of clearing out the smoke and mirrors, the lies that we tell ourselves. This is about clearing up the gaslighting, the rejections, the falsities, the stuff that was never meant to get you on your truest, authentic path. All of the stuff, all of the lies that you have been told, okay? This is all of the limitations that you put on yourself for God knows what reasons. This is now an opportunity for you to look with crystal clear focus on what is your target. What are you choosing to see? Are you looking with the heart? Or are you looking from a place of fear and lack and delusion and polluted energy? Is your perception polluted? Does that mean you have to do an aura cleanse? Does that mean you have to balance your chakras? Does that mean you have to go back to basics with your spiritual hygiene? Does that mean get to work on writing out what it is that you wish to see manifest in your life? Does that mean making a promise with yourself that there is no more lies? Does that mean that you get to put your phone down and actually see life around you? Use your ears to actually listen. Use your heart to actually feel. Begin to become more dependent on your own senses, your own intuition. Virgo, Hermit, hello, Wise One. Those of you that are in functional relationships that are truly honoring each other, do everything you can to surround yourselves with circles of protection. Pray to God for your blessings, for your protection, and for your longevity together. Those of you that are coming into divine partnership, make sure every single moment you're affirming how blessed and how lucky and how fortunate you are to be part of a pair. Knight of Wands. There is a seriously passionate invitation coming forward, Virgo. And this is fun, and it is flirty, and it's dramatic, right? And it's here to make an impact. And this Leo season, you get the opportunity to start out super regal. So make sure you're working on your self-concept. Make sure you're working on your self-perception. Make sure you're clearing up that bullshit that you tell yourself that doesn't really, like, what is it? Fear. False evidence appearing real. Leo season is bringing forward the passion, and it's incentive enough to get you to be the highest, best version of you so you can jump on that timeline. And the best way you're going to do that is making sure that you're eating right, sleeping right, looking after yourself, and talking to yourself right, and loving you right. Because right now there's a lot of bullshit happening in the world that is even messing with your frequencies, right? Electromagnetic frequencies. Survival of the fittest out here. Death card. The Lovers. The World. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Don't you love it when we make some magic here? That's the Ten of Cups, and that's the Temperance card. That's the Star card. Four of Swords, Eight of Wands, and yeah, King of Swords, King of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Give me a minute. Let me line these up and take a sip of water. Remember to stay as hydrated as possible during the season of fixed fire. Remember that fire is one of those things that it requires a lot of energy. So make sure you are refueling yourself with all of the blessings that summer has to give you. Fruits, vegetables, passion. There is massive victory that is here. So Virgo, you're into this period of heading directly towards a win. There is a massive transformation that had to take place where an old part you had to straight up die. You had to release, you had to let go, you had to shift, you had to step into the new. And so whatever you had to go through was literally opening your eyes, wake up. You have to change. Things have to change, okay? And that starts by closing up and making an acknowledgement that there are things that need to stop. And if you're willing to see that there is a new dawn, right? There is absolutely a new dawn on its way. You will allow yourself to come back to life and come and step into this like a champion. There is new doors that are opening in terms of love relationships, and this is a keeper. This is like the happily ever after that Virgo, I think you are really deserving of. And there has to be an element of peace inside you. There has to be an element of peace deep within your heart, with your heart chakra wide open. There has to be an element of unshakable faith and peace and knowing. And the best way to do that is when you wholeheartedly commit yourself to severing all of these false hooks from this matrix and strengthening your tie to your maker, to source. Life hack 101. If you are depressed, if you are in a funk, if you feel like nothing is working, pray. Pray to your maker. There are new doors opening for you. This is a new cycle, a new chapter, a shift in the energy. And it's you plus one, creating plus mores. Plus mores. You're going to have to honor and respect the fact that something about this season is like a burst of energy, okay? It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. But you've got to fuel yourself. So give yourself the time to sleep during this season. Give yourself the time to rest, because there's a lot of messages coming in. There's a lot of information coming in. These are Cupid's arrows of love. Don't sleep on it. But when you know that you need a moment for downtime, respect that. As somebody who has literally been through burnout, trust it, right? The minute you know it's time to lock off, it's time to lock off. Virgo, you have been given all of the ingredients to go and get those dreams and make those dreams come true. There's no excuses anymore. It's literally about the effort, the action that you're taking to shift from one state to the next, right? So think in terms of alchemy. Think in terms of how broad the sky is that hosts these stars. You are made of nothing less than the same thing as stars. So when it comes to you believing in even the wildest of wildest things that you want to have happen to you, beautiful things happen to you, remember that nothing happens without taking the action. So get to work. Get your alchemist hat on and take the steps. There's victory here for you. And victory doesn't come to those who are not willing to claim it. And if you're there, if you're at that point, rate me in the chat box, claim it. I think you have a decision to make about your own confidence and your ability to really intelligently get things done when you need to. Fire sign, air sign energy here. Virgo, there's so many options, and I feel like when it's meant to be, there is nothing that will make more sense than what needs to be. So take out a lot of ego and get really in tune with you and nature, and switch off the phone and switch off the television and switch off the news and switch off anything media related, and start listening to yourself. Start listening to you. Start paying attention. Start tuning into yourself, because there is someone else here, and the pair of you are making moves. That's big deal. You know what I mean? You're making big moves. You need a clear mind, a clear soul, and a clear spirit for that. So make sure all of that is connected, so that you're giving yourself the best chance to succeed. You got moves to make and certain chapters and cycles to close out, so that these new ones can begin. Book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. All donations made to the channel are so greatly appreciated. Thank you everybody for being here. Hit the subscribe button, join and help the channel, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing.